Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist, and I'm creating a video every day for a year to get over my fear of public speaking and social anxiety that I really don't have anymore, which is pretty awesome. This is video 149 of 365 and I haven't missed one day. So super proud of myself. And I'm proud of you guys for tuning in to me and my videos, and I thank you so much and I appreciate you. And I say I'm proud of you because this information is pretty awesome and priceless in my opinion, and applying these things that I'm about to talk about will change your life. So I might do some basic talking today, maybe a little ranting, I don't know. But basic things like manifestation and law of assumption, we are, whatever we assume, we will see projected out into our reality. Whatever you assume about yourself, whatever you assume about others, whatever you think and believe about yourself and others will show up. And you'll notice patterns. So you can look back at your life at different things that have happened and connect them to beliefs that you might have running in the background of your mind that you have no idea are running sometimes. So that's my goal for people, is to, you don't know what you don't know. So what if there's something in you that's running that you're not aware of? And how you become aware of it is you look at what's going on in your life. Your life will show you what you've been thinking and believing every time. I've argued that in my mind before about people and different events. I'm like, oh, why this and why that? And no, everything is for your benefit. No matter what it is, it's for your benefit. Everyone, this is what I say, everyone is a blob of energy teaching you something. So they are not your spouse, your sister, your brother, your parent, your friend, anything. They are a blob of energy with eyes and a mouth, and they're teaching you something about yourself. They're giving you a gift. There's always a gem that everyone is trying to give you, and you just have to look for it. Look for the benefit. We are addicted to negative thinking. So that's another goal I have for people, is to break their addiction to negative thinking. And we are taught to do that. We are conditioned to do that. Our brains are just overflowing with wonderfully negative thoughts all the time. And they're about everything, really. Down to the smallest things, like the smallest things we complain about. Even when there's nothing really to complain about, we find something to complain about. I bet you've noticed that. You might do that. I've done that before. Yeah, this was great, but the sauce could have been a little bit warmer, on the whatever you're eating, whatever it might be. Yeah, we had a great time, but it was a little too hot and this one day, and it rained, and then this, and then this, and then that. It's like we can't concentrate on only the good stuff. There's always got to be something that we have to include. And I encourage you to not do that anymore, to just notice the good. And even the things that happen, let's say it was a rainy day during one of your vacations and it just ruined your whole day. Well, what else did you do instead? You probably improvised and figured out and, compromised something else that you could do that added new memories to you that probably made things, shift and change, which is the whole point of life. It's like we're learning from every single thing that happens all the time. We're experiencing nothing but ourselves all the time. And so our job is to be obsessed with being happy and being, feeling good, and be obsessed with looking for the good out in your reality, whatever you're seeing. Look for the good. Notice the good. That means when you notice the good, you're aware of it. That means it's in your awareness. So whatever is in your awareness is what is manifested. So everything is manifested instantaneously, all the time. We're doing it 24/7. We just can't see everything. We're not aligned with it. So we just have to become aligned with it. And one of the ways to do that, I think is the most important way, is to work on your self-concept, which I'll get into in a second. The other part is to decide who you want to be. So we work on identity. So everything that you think of that's negative, you're identifying with that negative thing. There's something about you that is able to notice the negative instead of the positive. So you kind of have to piece that out and figure out, what about me is noticing that? Like, why am I noticing this instead of something else? And you'll notice, maybe you have a negative thought pattern or some sort of belief that is running in the background. Like, things don't work out for me. Maybe you truly believe that. Like, things don't always work out for me, or I only get pieces of what I want, and then some things just aren't good, or whatever the case is. And then it shows up as a rainy day on a vacation. Like, everything was great except for this. You know, it's like everything is great except for this people, or the yeah, but people. Yeah, it was great, but it was this. Like, oh, you got to watch out for that stuff. It's so subtle, but that's who you're being. That's your identity in that moment. You got to stop that. Every time you do that, it's like putting mud in a pristine spring that you're about to have a drink out of, and you're just like putting mud in it, or putting, poo in it. Think of it that way. Like, get really nasty with it, because that's what it's doing. It's like totally messing up the energy where it could be just pure and clean and amazing, and then you feel peaceful and you get what you want and you just have an amazing life, but you're addicted to the negativity because that's how you're conditioned. And so when you stop doing that and start replacing it with thinking about, okay, what do I notice that's great about this? Even the most shitty situations have a gem for you. Always. Like, look at them. I normally don't say bad words. You might hear a bad word every now and again out of me. I really try not to. I don't normally, I don't cuss that much anymore. I made that kind of a goal, but every now and again, the F word's my favorite word, which is really bad. But I try not to cuss too much anymore, but every now and again, I got to get that word out. So excuse my language. So I just feel like if we focus on what is wanted instead of what is unwanted, things are a lot better, and you just feel better in general. The other thing is that you have to, like, everything you're seeing is, look at it as, this is the scene, S-E-E-N. This is seen. You can see this right now. It's in your reality. You can actually see this with your eyes. But what is going to help you manifest is like the unseen. Like, you can't see the unseen if you're noticing the seen as well, and you're believing the seen. So you have to trust in the unseen. You have to have faith in the unseen, that it's there. You just can't see it yet. So you have to deny what's going on in your reality right now. You say, that's great that this is going on. I see this, and I'm going to look over here now and stick to my vision, stick to the things that I desire, stick to the identity that I want to become. And you go with that instead of noticing, as Esther Hicks calls it, like, what is itis? It's like inflammation of what is. It's like inflammation. It's like, we don't want inflammation. We don't want to notice what is. What is does not matter. It's old, chewed up bubble gum that's lost its flavor. It's yesterday's news. It does not matter. It really doesn't matter. I've seen people change, like, they'll say, no, I'm never doing that. And then the next day they're like, yeah, I'm doing that. Like, if somebody tells you something that they don't want to do something, or they tell you no, let's say, they have the capability, you have the capability to inspire them to say yes. So, or say no. You can change things. I mean, people will conform to what you're wanting without knowing why they're doing it too. So it's just very strange, but you have to practice it, because most people don't believe this stuff until they actually see results from it. And so I encourage you and challenge you to start practicing noticing the unseen, which is your desires. Like, what are you wanting? How are you wanting to feel? And then it comes down to identity. Like, what type of person do you want to become? How does that person think, feel, behave? What do they notice? Like, when I first started doing this YouTube stuff, I always wanted to do it, and I knew that I would do it someday. But I finally just was like, okay, you've got to do this, and you've got to decide that you want to be this, like, CEO of your company. Like, you got a multi-million-dollar company. Like, you've got to start somewhere. You've got to get this going, and you've got to become the identity of that CEO. And the way my thoughts were a few months ago were not aligned with that completely. Now, I've been wanting to be a millionaire CEO since I was like 20 when I first saw Russell Brunson. In fact, I was probably 15, even before Russell Brunson came out with his little potato gun thing that he did back then. And he's been an inspiration to me since I was like literally like 20. And I used to sell on eBay. I used to sell all kinds of stuff on eBay, but I used to sell like mostly I got into selling Victoria's Secret overstock items. And that was just the most fun time ever on eBay. Like I sold for about 20 years off and on, mostly on for 20. Well, no, it wasn't off and on. It was 20 years. And then I got into drop shipping and I did all that. But I had bigger dreams, and those are slowly coming true now. But I had to become the identity. I was in the state of what I would call preparation for all these years, like literally in preparation mode. That's it. I was collecting data. Data meaning like notes. I know I've talked about my notes, my archives of like the last 10 years that I'm trying to pull from and make videos from, and I'll do some email marketing and I'll do some, newsletter and podcast, and I'll do all these things. I'm trying to piece them out and figure out what am I actually interested in and what are the things, the services that I want to offer and all of these things. You have to figure out what it is that you want to do and how would that person have to behave, in general. Like, what are the thoughts that they would have that would help them get to be that person? Like reverse engineer that they had to start somewhere to become what they are now. And it was the belief in themselves. That's number one. So we go back to self-concept, like I mentioned a little bit ago. Self-concept is everything. You have got to figure out what you believe about yourself. How do you perceive you? Because I will ask some people, what are your strengths? And some people can rattle them off no problem, 20 to 30 of them right away. And then others will say, I don't really know. And so that is the problem, I feel like. Everybody should be able to say some great things about themselves. Everybody. And not just what you can do. Who are you? Are you honest, sincere, loving, capable, important? Things like that versus I'm a great mother, I'm a great friend, I'm a great wife, I'm a great husband, those types of things. It's more like go deep within yourself. Like you're great at all those things, of course, but you're loving, and you're kind, and you're, like I said, sincere, honest, all those things, amazing. And that is your self-concept. That is how you are. That's who you're being when you're out in the world. You're loving and you're kind, those types of things. And if you're not, and you want to be, start being it today. Tell somebody that, I had a client today, we were talking about this, and how they were telling somebody else to tell a family member who's struggling with a cancer, I think it was, at the end of their phone calls to say, you are loved. And because this person was feeling kind of, I guess, bad about their relationship or something like that. And so she suggested at the end that this person say, you are loved. And then that got us talking about being the energy of love and being kind. And I think that's really important to remember that at the core of all of this, money doesn't matter. A nice house doesn't matter. All these things don't matter. What really comes down to it is that you're feeling love and peace in your heart. And when you operate off of that energy and that frequency of energy, you're going to flourish in every single area of life. When you say, I am love, I am all that is, I am everything, those types of things, that's your foundation. Like that's what you're going to build your business on, your family, all your money, all your kindness that you're going to spread to the world when you make that money too, all the things you're going to be able to do with that money, all the people you can help, and how fulfilling that will be. And so that's why I say start with self-concept and start with like love and peace and kindness. Create that within yourself. Give yourself the love. Give yourself the kindness. That will turn into peace on its own. It'll just kind of shift into that, transform into that, alchemize into that. And when you're creating from that area, I promise you, you're going to feel 10 times better than you would if you didn't do that. So start with speaking really nicely to yourself every day. And I've talked about mirror work before. Look in the mirror and really look at yourself and say, and claim, this is who I want to be. This is who I am. This is who I am now. And look in your eyes. This is who I am now. I am this person who does this and who is this. And this is what I have. And I have this right now. Thank you. Thank the universe that this is done. I have this now. I am this now. Claim it. Declare it that this is how it is. And throughout your day, you're going to act as if you are that person already. Live from that picture. Live from it like you're already that person. Think about how they would think. Think about the thoughts that they would drop. That's the first thing you want to do. What thoughts would you drop? I used to be super insecure. I've had problems with insecurity my whole entire life. Being like sexually abused as a child and going through a sexual assault when I was an adult. That really took the self-esteem a little bit lower than it should have been. I didn't see myself as very worthy for a long time, but I had this fire inside of me that knew that I would be something good, and I would do something and help the world, especially when the sexual assault happened. I heard God is the only way I can describe it. I heard God tell me, you're going to help a lot of people. And I sure did. It was like a lot of my clients had the same thing happen to them. And I was able to understand and empathize with them through that. So it does not matter what happens to you. You can create anything from nothing. Literally, you can create anything from nothing. If you live in poverty right now, you can create riches. You do not have to stay at the level of your circumstances right now. Those circumstances do not matter, as they say. Nothing matters except your state of being and where you're going with that and how you see yourself. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about money? What do you believe about love and relationships? Is there something in you, like back to my insecurities? I was insecure about my body. I was insecure about mainly about my body, my safety. I was really insecure about safety. That's what took me so long to get on this camera. It just took a while because I didn't feel safe enough to expose myself to people. And being a therapist is a very private job. You know, you're one-on-one or one in a family, or one-on-two, or whatever you're doing. And it's very private. You don't talk about it. And there's beautiful things that go on in sessions that I would have loved to have talked about. They're awesome. But, and that's why I love coaching so much on YouTube, because it's awesome. I mean, it's just a way to be able to help people that are into this stuff, first of all, and it's super fulfilling and I love it. But yes, the insecurities I had going in the background, it's like, I thought that I wasn't good enough. And I thought that, I just thought so many things that just didn't help me out at all. And you gotta dig inside yourself and look for, what are the things that I think about myself that are holding me back? Because you're the only one holding you back. It's just you against you, and that's it. And you just align with who you want to be. Who do you want to become? What thoughts do you need to let go of that are hurting you, that you're abusing yourself with daily? Let those thoughts go. You don't need them anymore. We need to let go of the addiction to negative thoughts and be obsessed with feeling good, and watch what happens. It's pretty cool. I promise you, try it out. Just try it on for size. Don't just do it for a day or an hour or a minute and be like, oh, nothing's changed. No. Keep going. Keep persisting. You will see it harden into fact, as Neville Goddard says. Persist and it will harden into fact, because you're hardening everything else into fact, the negative stuff. So why don't you try on the opposite? It's opposite day today and every day from now on. So do it, practice it, be it, and watch what happens. And I will be back tomorrow. My camera's about to die. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to. Share this with somebody if you think it would help them. And I'll be back for another rant tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.